Here's the first Christmas painting I ever made for Disney Fine Art. It's called Waltz of the Fab Five, and it features all the characters as nutcrackers. But what I want to show you is back here.
All right, so recently I did a video on the brand new Wacom Moveink tablet, which I'm showing here. And at the time, I kind of commented that one of my biggest gripes with Wacom over the years has been kind of just the real inability to kind of make the palm rejection work. They kind of make some progress on it, but it always seemed to be a problem. So I've got a little bit of an update on that. So I used to use a glove like this one right here, and this is just a standard Huion glove that you can find all over Amazon. I think I paid $10 for it. And I used to think that a glove like this was going to kind of stop that because it was going to break that sort of electrical interaction between your hand and the surface of the tablet. It turns out that's not true. You can have a glove like that and still have that happening. And so I always would blame that on the tablet and that there was just no solution that was going to work. However, I came across this glove recently, and it's from a company called Anemone or Anemone if you're Italian like me. And what it's got is a little bit something different here. It has like some reinforced stitching and padding at the very bottom, down where your pinky would go, if you can see that here. And what that padding does is it does a really good job of separating your hand from the surface and stopping that sort of electrical connection between the two. So here I've got that Wacom Moveink tablet, and I'm going to first turn touch on. So I come over here to the menu, turn touch on. And as I mentioned before, inadvertent marks with your finger, just like that with my pinky, will cause a mark there. So I'm going to put on this Huion glove first, and I've got it on there, and you can see as I do it, I can get those marks to happen just by touching it. And now let's try this new Anemone glove with the extra padding on the bottom. I wish they had some larger sizes. This is sort of a one-size-fits-all, but I wish it was not as snug. And if I just kind of rub my hand over like this, you can see there's no marking happening. The only marks are going to happen with the pen surface. I cannot get it to happen with any part of this padded area. Now, they do make a point of saying that the fingertips here have this sort of capacitive touch support. So basically there's no padding here on the end. So if you were to kind of touch on the end with it, there we go. You might get some marks like that, but that's intentional in case you wanted to just use your finger to activate some of the on-screen menus or something like that. So in doing all that and trying one more time, and you can see I cannot get any marks happening down where my palm is, which is great. So now I can draw like this with my left hand and use the pinch and zoom and rotate features and not worry so much about getting those marks. And like I said, I'll link to it below, but basically you're looking for a glove that has this reinforced padding and stitching that runs the whole length of your palm down to your pinky finger. And something else I wanted to briefly mention that I didn't talk about before was that this tablet will support the Express Keys remote that Wacom sells. And that works by way of a little USB dongle that plugs into the back of your computer. And I have it plugged into the back of the Mac Mini here. So here I've just programmed one of the buttons to invert in Photoshop, and you can see it's working great. So that's great if you have a scenario where you're on the go and you want to have some additional support for Express Keys, but not want to carry around a full-size keyboard, or just want to have the tablet and the remote and nothing else sitting out on your desktop. All right, so to wrap this up, yes, you can apparently get some really good palm rejection with a Wacom tablet if you use a glove that has the extra padding and stitching underneath it and not just the generic one that you might find in a search on Amazon. In fact, some of these gloves come in around the same price. So the one I bought, I think, was a 2-pack for $10, which was right up there where the Huion was like maybe $7 or $8. And so for an extra $1 or $2 more, you get an extra glove and the ability to have good palm rejection. But I'd like to know what your experiences are. So if you found some particular glove or system that works even better, please let me know in the comments below, as well as any questions you have. And thank you so much for watching. Take care.